Welcome to the Daily Duncan, brought to you by Ray Brandt Auto Group. Well, it's Monday, time to hand out game balls, and after this weekend, there's really only one game that you can reward game balls for. Tulane loses at home to Texas San Antonio. Loses a road game to Texas San Antonio. LSU falls in pretty convincing fashion down in Tuscaloosa, like we all expected, to Alabama. But the Saints game last night kind of washed away those sins. Really a euphoric performance. I'm sure everybody who was at the Superdome last night went home happy. It was a historic night for the Saints offense, so it's time to reward some game balls from that. You know, when Mark Ingram afterward spoke to reporters, he was holding the NBC Sports Sunday Night Football, the commemorative game ball he got for his 145-yard performance, and it was certainly worthy. His first 100-yard game of his career. He ran with determination and emotion, really rarely something like we've rarely seen from him since he was drafted in 2011. But my game ball has to be divided up into 5 parts. As a matter of fact, Drew Brees talked about this. All 5 offensive linemen deserve a game ball. You know, they took a lot of criticism, and rightfully so, after their performance against the New York Jets. Obviously, the New York Jets have a great run defense and a great front seven, but the Saints just didn't get it done up front in that game. I know they were disappointed with the performance, and they responded in a big way. I'm sure they were challenged by the coaching staff last week, and they played as well as you can play as an offensive line last night. You don't get 625 yards of offense and 40 first downs without the offensive line just dominating. Now, it came against a very bad Dallas Cowboys defense. That has to be noted. The Cowboys just 2 weeks ago gave up 623 yards to the Detroit Lions. They've given up 500 in 2 other games this year. They're on pace to threaten the Saints' the ignominious defensive record the Saints set last year for most yards allowed in a season. They're only about 30 yards per game behind the Saints' mark of a year ago. And the way they're playing right now, that thing could go down. It's amazing how poor they are in defense. And they had some bad injuries, and Sean Lee going down early in that game last night didn't help them. So we have to temper our enthusiasm a little bit because it did come against a very, very poor Dallas defense that looked half interested as the game started to get out of hand. And it will be a whole different story this week when the San Francisco 49ers come to town. They are one of the most physical teams in the league. Defensively, they get after you up front, and the Saints offensive line is going to be challenged like they haven't been challenged all season long. But this performance should give them the confidence they need going into that game. And San Francisco, coming off a home loss to Carolina, is not going to be in a good mood. This should be one of the best games of the year, and the Saints go into it with a bullet by their name after their performance last night. Game balls to Brian De La Puente, Jari Evans, Ben Grubbs, Zach Strief, and Charles Brown for that scintillating performance last night against the Dallas Cowboys. That's it for the Daily Duncan. Be back again tomorrow right here at NOLA.com. Take care.